Behold, the system that shaped my childhood. All of the games that I remember playing were on this system. It's what I had for the longest time. Probably from when I was 5, and I'm still using my original one that I had. In fact, that's what is playing this game today. Another game of my childhood. One of few games that I actually owned the full release of. Because if you watched my demo discs video, which I'd recommend you don't because just reasons. Anyway, mostly what I had were demo discs because those were free. So let's just hop in here, Crash Team Racing. I put in the codes for these extra characters just so you know. I bought this game a month ago, rebought it because I haven't had it for a long time. I don't remember exactly what happened to it, but one thing of nostalgia was the demo of this game that was on the Pizza Hut disc. The one that was green, and it had this level, and you could only play it as Crash. So I'm going to play it right now. I've been playing this game for quite a while, as I said before, so it explains why I just crashed into that, but that actually turned out pretty well for me. I remember I beat this game when I was really young. I still have my memory card that I've had for such a long time, but I ended up deleting those files because it was like after I lost the game, so I'm like, I don't need these files anymore. So I've never gotten around to beating the adventure mode again. So I just put in the codes for those other secret characters because why not? It's a part of a game that's a great way to end a lap right there. It's another element to a game that I've known, if I've played for a long time. So this level right here is like pure nostalgia whenever I picked it up again like a month ago. Actually, probably more than a month ago. I remember being eaten by the piranha plants on the side, spitting out the tires. Stop that rocket. I might edit in a video that I have that I'll make of the Crash Bandicoot RC car that I have. It was released, made in 2000, year after this game came out. Actually, probably the same year. And it is wired, but the likeness is like perfect. Made really good quality. It's wired remote control car, so it's kind of finicky. But I mean, just like not convenient really to, because it's wired, so you have to follow it everywhere. So it takes 4 AA batteries, but the good thing is it only needs 4 AA batteries. You put them in the remote, which I don't have the battery cover for, but you put them in the remote. I want to move on to this one because this is another level I remember quite fondly. You put the 4 AA's in the remote and it powers the whole thing. No need to put batteries in the remote and then some in the car. It's powered all by the 4 AA's, which, if you think about it, is kind of impressive, because RC cars nowadays are just like, well, my brother bought a Halo remote control Warthog, and it controls pretty well, but it's wireless, so it takes two AA's in the remote and 4 in the car itself, which is kind of a lot. I mean, that's as many batteries as the Super Scope takes. And that thing's a battery beast. But it basically what I'm trying to say is that it's kind of impressive that it only needs 4 AA's for the whole thing to run, and to run well, because, well, I bought mine for $6 at the thrift store, and it worked flawlessly, but then a piece of it busted off. So my dad fixed it to where it would have one, because the problem was the part that held the wheel in place to where it could turn freely, it busted off, but it was one of the front wheels, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So he glued the he warped the plastic a little bit and glued the wheel to where it would stay straight, because my idea was that if it stayed straight, then I could just drive it in general, which turned out to be true. So now I can drive it, and if I need to turn the car, I can just do it with the wire and the remote and stuff like that. So there's my rant. Basically what I remember about this game is this level, the last level, playing as Crash, playing as Cortex. I didn't really play as many other characters because these were who I was familiar with at the time, because I had barely played Crash 2. In fact, that's another story for another day that I might tell in this video. But Crash 2, I'll just go right up through these levels. Crash 2, great game. I had it for a while. I was heartbroken whenever my brother got a hold of it when he was like 3, and like broke it in half. Like literally, it was just like a solid break, perfectly in half. And it was just like, I was heartbroken. Did Cortex just teleport there? I don't know. But anyway, it broke clean in half. I liked that game quite a bit. I don't remember if I ever got... I got another copy recently, but I sold it because I prefer Crash 3. I regret it now, but it's kind of how I was for a while. Just like, if I don't really have much of a use for it, I'll sell it. But now I'm more about keeping things when they're good. So he broke it in half. I remember right when we moved into our house, the house that we're still in now, about 8, 9, 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. My friend's brother beat it, helped me beat it. He got to the, oh gosh, that must have been the 5th world of Crash 2. With all the sewer themed world, where the place in the main, the central hub was sewer themed, and it had piranha plants on it, I believe. I can't remember. I still have a CD that my dad burned whenever burned not meaning fire, obviously, but I thought I should make that stipulation. He burned it. It's the Crash 3 ROM ISO on a disc that I played on an emulator because my PlayStation had broken. I had the big gray PlayStation. So what happened then was, went to Best Buy, had a warranty on it. I believe I still did. It was like 2002. So we went to Best Buy and we got the PlayStation that I own today, and is what you're seeing the footage from, that I'm playing this on. 2002, $50. I still have the box. I still have all of the original pamphlets and stuff that came with it, because I never threw any of it away. It still has the little security little thing on it to make the things at the door ding at you. But yeah, I still have my original controllers. Interesting story about that. Whenever I was super duper young, I would chew on the cords on controllers. So they still have my original chew marks on them. Which is kind of a weird story in of itself. But here's another level I remember. The only other thing I remember is playing a lot of demos, like the Metal Gear Solid demo, when I was like super young. Kind of funny. Being really bad at it and hating it. But I thought the game was like really cool, but I was really bad at it. Mostly what I remember from playing PlayStation is this game. Because I played this game to death. That was a great timing right there. My mind is kind of drawing a blank right now. I was thinking about something else. See, this is a game where I can just kind of turn my brain off, but my brain is still kind of on because I'm just talking and talking non-stop. It's crazy. Hopefully, anyway, moving on from stories and stuff. My friend John, you may or may not know his YouTube name, Jonathan909309. I believe that's what it is. It doesn't make any sense to me. But he has been working a lot lately, and he said that whenever he's off work, he would come over to my house, and I'm thinking that whenever that does happen, because it will eventually, I don't know when or how, but it will. He will come over and we would play Super Mario 64 multiplayer and other games that I've picked up since the last time he came over, like a few months ago. But hopefully during that weekend I will churn out videos like nothing else, because I record everything. I'll show him like Crazy Taxi and like some of the play Legend of the Mystical Ninja. We did that Battle Clash multiplayer video a while back. But yeah, still see him at school all the time, and it's just crazy. I don't know what more to say about that. I think I'll talk about the game now. The totem pole in the middle is interesting. This level reminds me of the Emperor's New Groove action game that I recently repurchased for the PC. It's a great game. It looks great even to this day. Graphics age perfectly fine. I mean, they don't look fantastic, but they look really, really good for like 2000. Even has upscaling feature in the video menu, so it just looks fantastic. My computer can handle it beautifully because it was designed for like Windows 98/2000, and I mean, like, unlike other games where it's like my computer, I mean, it can run N64 games perfectly fine, better than the actual system. It can run PlayStation games moderately well, but I haven't really messed around with too much with that. But can't handle newer games because my processor isn't very good. But back to the Emperor's New Groove game. It's a really good game. It captures the spirit of the movie perfectly. It has FMV inside of the game, which looks really good. I guess it probably should, but it does anyway. Bouncing off of those. For the longest time, I thought those were like alligators or whatever. But like the Emperor's New Groove game, I had a demo of it a while back. I have no idea what happened to that disc. No idea in the slightest. But yeah, that game exists, and you should probably play it. At least play it, because I haven't beaten it yet. I got stuck on the first river rafting level, but it captures the spirit of the movie perfectly. Captures the sense of humor, all that jazz. So I've spent an entire level talking about that game, and let's see if, yeah, I wondered what would happen if I did that. Same thing as usual. Loading. That loading screen is just like ingrained in my mind. I haven't played this level in a long time. Like, whenever I rebought it, I don't think I ever replayed this level. So let's see if I have just like a burst of nostalgia right here. Yep, I'm feeling a little bit. See, if I play without drifting, then this is basically what I played like when I was younger. So essentially I didn't play very well. But I remember doing decently well in this game. I mean, I kept at it, I didn't ever give up. I mean, I beat the adventure mode. So, I guess that has to count for something. There's no people in those stands. Again, what kind of people would be what kind of people would be in the Crash Bandicoot universe anyway? I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, unless they filled it with, like, Crash Bandicoot enemies, there'd be no one in the stand, so that makes sense. I mean, it's just like, these people that are racing are, like, the only people to exist. It would be characters in the whole series, so... It's always a great thing to pull. Just put weapon drops on speed boosters. That way, whenever they use the speed booster, which they always do, then they'll run into the item, which they always pretty much do. Unless it's like one of those super wide ones that like covers the whole track, they always run into it. 3 laps to this level kind of reminds me of Baby Park from Mario Kart Double Dash. I don't know why, but it just does. It has that... That's amazing. I don't know, that level just kind of annoys me for some reason. It's not a bad level, it just annoys me. It's like, must be a thing from like... I don't know. Way back. Tiger Temple. I remember this one. Let me check how much time in I've gone. I am... Well, after this race, I'll stop, because I'm about 20 minutes in, and I will have to start the video conversion process, because YouTube doesn't like AVIs. So let's do this race. As fast as possible. I have tried playing this game with a racing wheel before, because I've gotten one recently for PS2, and it works like crap for Gran Turismo and different games that you'd actually want to use it for, like actual racing games that control like crap with a controller. This game has great control, so I still tried it with the racing wheel, and it works well. but the problem is I don't have a convenient way to use it. There's not like a chair or something, like one of those racing seats that I can just set up the racing wheel on, so it's ends up me sitting at my computer desk with it plugged in like 6-10 feet away in front of me. That phrase has always confused me, because it's like, I'm Crash, so why don't you want me to win? Final lap. Okay, let's do this. It's been 1 minute, 44 seconds, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Not gonna stop counting until now. 52, 53, I did not mean to throw that way out there, but that turned out pretty well. Ow. You suck. And I don't normally say that to people. Time to get the best weapons and stuff, so let's just... More lump of fruit. Jump. 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 Put the item on there so they run into it. They always do. And... Ready? Get set. Exit. Okay, if you like this video, then please tell me what you think of it in comments. If you want me to play through the adventure mode as an LP. Subscribe if you'd like, or like to see when my videos come out. And have a great day.